Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see here that I have the Realme C3 here with me, and you can see here the back of it, the triple camera layout, the fingerprint scanner, and as well the Realme logo over here, like here, and this sunrise design. This phone came out at the end of February 2020, with it being released in the first week of March in Pakistan, and this is a budget-minded device. And yeah, you can see that it has a notched display and it is an LCD display. Now like this phone is budget minded, but it has a Helio G70 from MediaTek. It's not the highest end, but at least since it has a G in its name, this means it's focused for gaming. And in this video I'll show you the gaming performance of this phone. This one is the 32 GB storage version and the 3 GB RAM version. Its RAM management is good, not obviously not as good as the Poco X2 which I showed you in the previous video, but at least for the price, like this phone costs around 20,000, and if you see it according to its price right now, phones that are coming at 20,000 rupees, you are getting a Helio G35 which is also good but not as good as the G70, and even after like 6-7 months it's still a very good phone for the price. Yeah, you're getting like some phones from Realme, the C15, C17 and all those phones, but at least for the price right now you're getting the like the good combination. Yeah, some people might say that they should get a Snapdragon processor so that there is no stuttering in the phone or anything, but at least instead of getting a phone that is like 20 like almost 20,000 and not and having some low end MediaTek processor or a low end Snapdragon processor, this one is giving you a Helio G70 with 3 GB RAM and 32 GB storage. Even though some people are saying that it's not like 32 GB is not enough, for me it's well enough. And here you can see in CPU Z, like it's opening. Here you can see that it has a Cortex. It shows it Cortex and the speed, but it is a Helio G70 from MediaTek. And as you can see in the thermals here, for some reason on Realme it's not showing the thermal data, but you can see the battery temperature is at 31 degrees Celsius. And this phone has a 5000 mAh battery with 10 watts of fast charging. Right now 10 watts is not that fast, but at least on a budget phone at this price you're getting 10 watt fast charging, where most of the phones are having 5 watt of fast charge, slow charge, or 5 watt of normal charging. So now I'll show you the gaming performance of the phone on like PUBG, Asphalt 9. I have some other games, but I'll try to show you the performance only on the heaviest games like these two, the PUBG and Asphalt 9, as you can see here. Alright, like before starting the game, you can see here that it shows Cortex, not MediaTek, but it's the same thing and it's divided into two clusters, and this is the speed. Now I'll go back to the home screen, and you can see this phone has a game space. Almost every phone has some sort of game space or game enhancement feature, and this is the animation of it. Like you can see that I have the games on it. This phone does not provide you the like what Poco does, like giving you an individual control of the settings, like going into the different settings and allow games and allowing you to set different preferences. Like if you want some heavy, like you want to there is an option in most phones, like you are trying to focus your network bandwidth on one particular game like PUBG, which requires like a proper internet connection to work properly. And some games like this Subway or Angry Birds, who do not need that much of an proper internet connection, then you can be like, okay, if for some other phones allow you, but here you get at least some options. And like you can see here, it's the network priority option, but this one applies to all the games. Like I can't be like this option should be enabled for PUBG but not for Subway or Angry Birds, but it's good. And then good part is, like here it's showing, like I have here the competition mode, which is the phone will utilize all its hardware to its max potential to start the game faster, to load it up faster, and the battery percentage, and even the signal strength, which is also related to your Wi-Fi. As you can see here that I have a Wi-Fi connection, but still it's telling you what kind of a internet connection I have. Now I'll start PUBG on it, and you can easily see what kind of a performance you'll get on it. And I have this phone also has the same settings for PUBG, like smooth, ultra, so that you get max FPS. And even like mostly like this is where you can kind of check the data of how the phone is performing at what speed and what is the CPU load and everything, like CPU, GPU, the FPS, and you can also hear the sound of it. As you can see, like on the loading page it goes up to 30. Now when it's on the loading page it goes down because there's nothing moving on it. As soon as the game like it goes into the lobby of the game, then you can see sometimes this GPU goes to 100%, but it comes down back and it goes back to normal. And like the only thing is, if you compare it to the Poco, if you compare it like without considering the price, then you might say that this is not good, it's taking time. But if you see it with price, then you're like, yeah, it's not that bad, because most phones at this price, if you compare it with this phone will beat it like 100% of the time. Maybe if your internet connection is not good, then it might stutter, but it's nothing because of the phone's internal hardware. It's just because of the internet connection. Now you can see here, like as I have a good Wi-Fi connection, the battery obviously is almost 75%. Now I'll start, and you can see here very easily like what is the performance. Now I'll just reduce the volume. Maybe you might have some issues of listening it to. Now you can see here one more thing, like right now it's not done. Just as soon as it kind of gives a boost to the sound, and when I just reduce it by one notch, like one time, it just goes down, so that you can be like you can, if you're not that kind of a person who wants a huge noise on me, because sometimes when someone like there are people talking around and you have this much volume, people might complain. But at least you can just reduce the volume by doing one level down. And now I'll just reduce a little bit. Now I'll start the game, so you can see the performance. This is where mostly where the internet connection is very important, and for like matchmaking and everything. PUBG is mostly like 100% dependent on the internet. If you have a slight weakest connection, it will not work properly. Asphalt also requires a good internet connection, but at least on that game you are not like depending, like if you're within a level and the network is for some reason the speed is slow and it's not unable to sync, at least you can play that level. After that you might not be able to, but if your internet connection comes back or the speed gets to the normal level where to which a game can go back, like sync up, like it gives you a network error or something like that. Even like if you compare it to the Poco, you can see here that there is a notch here, but to me a hole punch is better than a notch. But if you have this kind of a notch at this kind of a price at 20,000 rupees, then any notch is acceptable. But it's better than that eyebrow notch, like the one which iPhone has, or some of the Oppo devices, or some devices from like previous year or from the past 2 years. This phone coming out in 2020 at the 20,000 price, even right now, if you think about some companies, Infinix or some phones that Oppo is releasing, at least it can compare it with if it works very it gives a good look to the phone. You might say the chin is a bit larger, but to me that is no issue at all. At least you're getting a 6.5-inch display, which is not LCD. It's not AMOLED, it's LCD, but the quality is good. Again and again you have to just remember the price of 20,000 Pakistani rupees. I'll just land somewhere randomly and try to get some kills. Sometimes this phone stutters only at places where like there's too much happening in the game or something like that. I'll just jump out somewhere and then you can see the performance. Like here I am mentioning the Poco a lot of times, so you can go, I'll put a link down below, or maybe I'll put some annotation somewhere in the video, so you can check it, check the performance of the Poco X3 NFC. I'll even play Asphalt 9, because I think the best way you can judge a performance of the phone is by playing a heavy game. The light games, almost every phone in 2020, even if you get even a lower phone at a lower price than this, at least it can run the basic games. The 3D intense games, or like PUBG, where too much is happening on the screen at one time, you can say that there might be some issues. But at least you can at least see the performance and decide whether you want this game, like this phone or not. It's out for a few months right now, but I think even if you get it right now, you'll get a good deal on it. Because the other phones you're getting at 20,000 rupees, they have a bit of a weaker processor than this phone. I'll just play for like 5 minutes, try to get 1 or 2 kills, and then I'll go into Asphalt, and I'll keep this game in the background so I can check whether this phone can run PUBG in the background while playing Asphalt, which is also a heavy game. There's too much happening on the screen and everything. So look, I can see here like where it's stuttering and everything. It's just sometimes just like the GPU, or you can even see here in this stats, like it's going to 40 FPS, but the GPU is at 26%. This phone does not have a 120Hz display refresh rate, but again you have to consider the price. To some people, if the 120Hz is important, then for them this phone is not that good. But if you haven't used the 120Hz display refresh rate, then you might not even notice that a difference between some people might not even feel a difference between 120Hz and a 60Hz until they have used 120Hz for a long amount of time. To me, I can adjust between a 120Hz or a 60Hz. Till that, the only thing important for me is that the phone should have a good enough processor so that it can run 3D games for at least the next few years. After that, I'm okay with that. Like you can see here, sometimes some phones will really take some few milliseconds to move, but this phone is having no issue at all. I'll get this kill. Oh, I got killed. Sometimes I get a very good performance in the game, like I get 4 kills or something like that, but I was unlucky this time. It's okay. This game really requires like full-time attention, but at least you did see the performance, like the way the game performed. There is some like in the Poco, in the Poco's gaming review I said that you can't even notice some people notice a frame delay or some frames stuttering, but in the Poco I didn't notice any stutter. But in this phone, you can say like 99% of the time there is no stutter. Only 1% of the time you might notice some stuttering here and there. Now I'll just exit from this game, leave it here. I'll just exit out. Like you can see here a little bit it hanged up. Now in the end I'll just show you the battery temperature, because for some reason the CPU can't read the Realme's internal thermals like Poco can. Like you can see the touch response. Like in my Poco's review, in the gaming review I was telling you that some phones like you just saw a lag, like a frame just hang up. And I told you in the Poco's gaming review that some phones that I've used, especially like this one, I've noticed that for some reason in between, like I said, 99% of the time you will not notice any lag, any stuttering and any sort. But when there's something too much happening on the screen, like if I do a knockdown in Asphalt or try to use a Nitro, or in PUBG, I'm surrounded with too many enemies, I'm trying to shut down, the phone for some reason will just hang up. Maybe it can't handle that much at any one point. The processor is capable and everything, but I think there's some other reason why this happens on this phone. Even though on Poco I was on the same internet connection. Because sometimes if I have an internet connection issue, sometimes that happens. But in Poco's gaming review I use the same network and the same everything. there is no difference, but just it didn't hang for even a bit. Even if the internet connection did go down at some point, it didn't give me any kind of error message or even try to say like gave me a message that maybe I am having a network issue. But on this phone, it doesn't give me a network issue. It just like some frames just stutter pretty badly, which is normally not a good look for a phone. But if you consider the price, then you might be like, okay, for the price there might be some little stuttering. Like like here in the menus, everything is fine. Only where there's too much happening on the screen, then it does hang up pretty badly. And now I'll just, like, you saw the performance of this phone. The only thing I think it's like some people might be bad, like it can't hold PUBG or in the background and run Asphalt. You just saw in the previous clip that this phone really hanged up badly, and I had to hard reset it so that I can use the phone again. That is sometimes, but you can say that it happens maybe after some few months. It doesn't happen that pretty regular, and I'm kind of a person who will use the phone, like even if a phone has 6 GB RAM, I have a tendency of clearing everything from the RAM. I do not keep anything in the background, so so to me it doesn't matter that much. But to a person who uses who needs both the heavy games to be loaded in the background, for them it might be like important to have it perfectly running. In the beginning I showed you the battery temperature, it was 31, now it's 39, an 8-degree increase more than the Poco, and the battery also dipped it at 265%. It was at 73 or 75. But what I can say is a person using a phone of at this price will be like not using it for heavy games. If they are, they might have 1 or 2 heavy games, but they won't keep it running, like it won't be like running PUBG and then running Asphalt at back to back. They might play PUBG, they played the game, finished, okay, they are using their phone for some other reason, like for calling, messaging, texting, anything, and then maybe after some few hours, but they won't keep PUBG running in the background, and then they might, after some time, they might play Asphalt. So this phone can do that. The only thing is the 3 GB RAM really is really a bottleneck, like for a person who is like a very heavy gaming, like he has PUBG installed, he has Asphalt, Call of Duty, Fortnite, all of this. Then Fortnite can't even install on this phone because it needs minimum 4 GB RAM. But what I can say is this phone is well worth its price. If you go like a phone from a year ago or 2 years ago, you would get a phone like with 2 GB RAM, 16 GB storage. The storage won't be just enough just to install the game. Forget running about it. If it can, the processor would be so weak that it can't run it or doesn't support it, or if it does, you have to keep it really low just to keep the game at least barely running. But now in 2020 you can get a phone at 20,000 with the Helio G70, which is best for gaming, and the other aspects of the phone will be good as well. And it doesn't have 5G, that's not important to me. It doesn't have 120 Hz display, it's not that much of a difference. And especially PUBG and Asphalt, they don't even aren't even like give you an option to run at 120 Hz display refresh rate. It has a 5000 mAh battery which gives you a good backup, and I think for people considering like best value for money, and they can be okay with a little bit of stuttering, with a little bit of hanging, they will be very happy with this phone. They get a lot of value for their money on this phone. And this is my gaming review of the phone. I just couldn't show you the RAM capability, but I just told you that it can't run 2 heavy games back to back. And obviously, like if you consider it with the Poco is at 40,000 rupees, and that one has 6 GB RAM. It can run pretty easily PUBG and Asphalt, both heavy games. So you need to have at least 6 GB RAM or like minimum 4 GB RAM to, I think, capable of running both games back to back. But at this price, you can see that at this price you can get a pretty good gaming performance with a little bit of stuttering. And if you get the 4 GB RAM, a phone with 4 GB RAM, or the version of this phone with 4 GB RAM and 64 storage, no issue at all. It will run pretty fine. So this is my gaming review of this Realme C3. And that's it for this video. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.